Look, I can try it on. I have no idea if anybody would be interested in hearing about something so nerdy while you watch me crochet. Hi, welcome to First Fruits Crochet. In this week's video, I just wanted to record what a week of crochet looks like for me. I was just gonna hop on and talk about random things. By the way, I did actually finish this blanket. You're going to see that in here. And I also finished the cozy for my mom. So that's exciting. But anyway, I have been reading a few different books and they're really interesting. So I guess I was just going to talk about the books that I'm reading because I can't think of anything else that's like actually fun to talk about. Anyway, I'm reading this book called How People Grow and well, listening to it, really, really good. It's so practical. It's very practical for me, an aspiring coach, to learn how people actually grow. And it's also super helpful for integrating Christianity into whatever practice you end up having, be it psychological or just coaching. As a coach, I can't diagnose anybody, but it's interesting seeing how they apply things and how I could apply them in different ways. Anyway, another book that I'm reading is The Art of Language Invention. And the guy who wrote it, his name is David. He made the, well, yeah, he made Dothraki from Game of Thrones, as well as various other languages. And I've been getting into making up languages, specifically for a writing project that I have. It just, you ever have projects that just demand certain things of you? This one is like absolutely demanding that there be a constructed language or conlang in it. So that's been fun. It's been really hard to learn about too because it's like listening to a textbook and my brain cannot always keep up with it, but I am trying my hardest to. Very excited to talk about the language I'm making up. I have no idea if anybody would be interested in hearing about something so nerdy while you watch me crochet. But I am taking inspiration from a couple of different languages. I'm looking to add a third one. I would like to pull from at least five because that's stealing like an artist, and that's exciting to me. But the first two that I'm pulling from is I'm pulling from the sounds or phonology of Irish Gaelic because I love how melodic that language sounds. It sounds primal, and I love that. And then I'm also pulling from Greek because Greek has really interesting language choices. Like there's a dozen different words for one concept. They're culturally they are people that debate. Like they have a history of debate and truth and philosophy and I like that too. I like how precise their language is and it's very interesting to research. So so far for both of those, I have a language that is probably more suited for poets. Maybe? I don't know. If you know anything about Spanish too, like if you took Spanish in high school, I didn't. I took Japanese in high school, but Spanish is this has a point, I promise. But Spanish has gendered words, so you have male and female words for inanimate objects. And Greek has a very similar thing, but they have three genders. They have neutral, male and female. I was going to simplify it for my constructed language and just do male and female if that at all. And the way their language works is so cool too. So the order of the words does not matter like it does in English. For example, if I were to say the dog eats toast or the dog chews a bone, um, you could say that in Greek in any order and it would still make sense because I can't explain it properly, but you could say it in any order and it would still make sense because the words themselves are what's being altered to indicate what's happening to a subject. So nerdy. I so nerdy. I probably just tuned a whole bunch of people away if anybody watches this at all. Anyway, that's what I'm excited about right now. That's what's alive in me right now, this passion. So, what is exciting for you right now? Whoa, sorry. You're like right where my yarn is. Like my yarn is directly behind you. But this is a raglan Tunisian crochet sweater in the round, and I did not record day one of working on this. I completely forgot to, but I am addicted. This yarn is kind, and I'm using the right size hook. It is so pretty. It is so cozy and comforting to work on. So I'm gonna keep working on this. I think it would be really cool to try cross stitching on this when it's done. Then I have a cute sweater with like a little pigeon on it or something. Because I like being a silly goose, or I don't know. I like pigeons, so it could be fun. I have no idea. It's a completely blank canvas. Anyway, I'm gonna keep crocheting and watch some TV or something, and then see what else I can do with my day. Look, I can try it on. It's a little bit of a turtleneck, but this ribbing that I picked is very stretchy, so I don't feel like I'm being suffocated. But oh my gosh, it's so cool. That's amazing. Let's just touch base with the projects I've got. This is the side table of doom. So here is a bag that I have yet to finish. I made a video for it and I haven't finished. I didn't edit the video. Anyway, and then this is a project that is super secret that I'm not actually ever going to film. That's the only time you'll ever see it. This is black yarn for my aunt's cardigan thing, and this is green yarn for that same bag that I have yet to finish. So let's check on the progress for this cardigan. It's going to be hard to show the progress. It's kind of a crumpled mess right now. Frogging. I had to frog so much. That's what it is. I'm following a written pattern for this project, and it's in black yarn. It's so confusing. Actually, if you could help me with it, that would be great. So this is a written pattern from 2002 that I am making for my aunt. I am making it to the same measurements, but with a thicker yarn. Whoa, making the left and the right. I got confused because this double crochet did not go all the way to the end of the round. You miss stitches, so you're just left with single crochet at the end, at least from my understanding, and then you divide the front and the back. So you start with the left front, I think, and I started doing that. I don't like the way it explains decreases either. I wish it just said decrease, because it says intermediate experience required. So I would expect you to already know how to decrease if it's intermediate. So I kind of understood all of that. Work until it's 9 inches. That makes sense. My aunt is a small lady, so I'm making a size small. And then the back was very confusing. This part, super confusing. I don't understand it at all because there isn't a wrong side because you're turning it every row. So there isn't a wrong side. So I'm just very confused. I might have to puzzle with that for a little while. And then the right front, if the right is the same as the left, then it shouldn't be too difficult. This is not something that I would ever wear or make for myself, but my aunt loves this style, so I'm looking forward to finishing it for her. She doesn't even know that I'm making it for her. I'm just doing it. And then my last project of the video is this beautiful raglan sweater. I've made raglan sweaters before with standard crochet. Well, I guess I shouldn't call it that, but I've done a granny square raglan before and I hated it. And I also made the neck way too big. that was before I even considered doing test swatches or gauge swatches. I've done so many gauge swatches now because wearables are worth it. It's not a waste of yarn, it's not a waste of time to figure out how big things are. But I'm very excited about this. It's beautiful. I love the way it's turning out. And it's so simple. I love simple. Thank you for tuning in to this week's video. I hope to see you in another one. Until next time.